Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like this video, to comment on this video, and to what? Subscribe to my channel, guys. Welcome back. So today I have a video, and I guess you could say it's for my inspirational segment of my channel. If you guys are new, I focus on three main things: dating, healing, and travel. So I guess this will fall under maybe healing, motivating yourself, and just glowing up. Okay, now this topic is called hustle culture, and I'm basically going to give my opinions on hustle culture. Okay, so if you guys don't know what I mean by that, basically there's this whole thing trending probably in the last, I'm gonna say 3 years, where people are more so drawing back from hustle culture. They're looking for a soft life. They're putting their mental health as a priority, which there's nothing wrong with that. And they're kind of just falling back from the whole American dream and just wanting to overperform, overdo things, overachieve, work so hard that it's you have no time to enjoy life. Okay, so I'm just going to give you guys my opinions on it, okay? So let's get started. All right, so I have broken this down into 8 different talking points, okay? And I'm just going to cover them one by one and let you know exactly how I feel. So number 1 would be hard work pays off, okay? So in my opinion, I was raised by my grandmother, which number 1 means old-fashioned ideals, especially when it comes to education and working hard, okay? A lot of you guys know, even if you've had older parents, that back in the day, people would really work super hard, retire, get that pension, and just go on about life. There wasn't so much entrepreneurship endeavors. Of course, people had their own businesses. Of course, there were entrepreneurs, but for the most part, it was cut and dry. You get this degree or you get this occupation and you stick to it and you work hard and you perform and then you retire, right? That was pretty much it, right? Now, on top of that, my grandmother's family, they're immigrants, right? So a lot of times, if you are born into an immigrant family, you really have education instilled in your blood, hard work, sacrifice, that hustle mentality. So I feel like my grandmother always put that in me and my brother's brain. Nothing's gonna be handed to you, nothing's gonna fall out of the sky. You need to prioritize education, you need to work hard, you need to save, you need to sacrifice. So that's literally been how I've lived my life ever since I was a child. I mean, I'm talking about a kid, okay? I had already had these things instilled in me as a kid, okay? So I've always worked hard. I've always overachieved, whether that literally was elementary school, trying to make honor roll, or whether that was getting my master's degree, whether that was me going for a promotion at a job, whether that was me finding a side hustle, whatever it may be. I've always tried to just be on my grind, right? And one thing I can say is that my hard work so far has paid off, okay? Now, a lot of times people will say oh, you can put in so much effort and so much hard work and you may not see the results. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I am going to remain humble, but in my experience, me working hard, me sacrificing, me really putting my mind to what I want in this lifetime has paid off for me, okay? I can't speak for anyone else, and I don't want to diminish or downplay anyone else's struggles if they have worked really hard and they feel that they haven't achieved or been able to, achieve whatever they wanted to do. They haven't been able to get to where they want to be or whatever. And so I understand how that can happen. Sometimes the odds are just against you. Maybe you're just less fortunate as far as achieving your goals, whatever it may be. Maybe it's the industry you're in, whatever it may be. But I personally feel like if you work hard and you are determined and you are diligent and you have a map out for how you plan on going about things, you stick to it, you will achieve, okay? I feel like, and I'm gonna say this, 9 out of 10 people, I know that sounds like a crazy estimate to make without any like facts to support it, but I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 people that really work hard. I'm not talking about put in the effort for one day and fall back. I'm not talking about thinking about it but never doing it. I'm not talking about like testing the waters but still making sure you have fun. I'm talking about people that grind, that hustle, the people that's like go getters. You know what I mean? Like they are writing down their action plan, they're revising it, they have vision boards, they're working those 2 and 3 jobs, they are like strategically working towards what they want. They have mentors, they're staying up and working late hours, they're sacrificing maybe buying clothes and going on trips. Like they are getting to it. I feel like those people achieve. I have not seen any of my friends, any people that I know that are working really hard and sticking to it, that are not seeing results. Okay, so for the people who say that yeah, you can work really hard and not achieve, I'm not going to say that's not true. Maybe that's been your experience, but I'm for sure going to say that you can achieve if you work hard, because I've done it and I've seen it. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, take your emotion out of it. Okay, please take your emotion out of this statement. Hustle culture has nothing to do with you personally. Okay, so there's been quite a few little memes I've posted or little discussions I've had where I've seen people kind of put their emotions into the discussion and feel some type of way about whatever may have been said, right? So most recently, Kim Kardashian made a statement about women in business needing to get up off their butt and work a lot harder. In the past, there's been plenty of other statements made or memes or whatever it may have been that I've come across, and people are kind of like, well, yeah, I'm not going to do this and that because this and that, or this person doesn't understand this because they have this privilege, or whatever it may be, right? In my opinion, I feel like, and this is my personality, which I understand a lot of people don't think like this, right? In my opinion, I'm kind of like, I'm not too worried about who says it. I'm not too worried about what they have and what they don't have. I'm not too worried about whether or not I like the person. If it's a statement that makes sense to me, I'm going to take that, take the information I can gain, be inspired, and move forward. Okay, so like I feel that a lot of times when statements are made, or you have like motivational speakers, or you have like celebrities with platforms, and they say something that totally makes sense, we get in our feelings because maybe we didn't want to hear it from them. Or maybe we feel like they don't understand the average person's lifestyle, right? But sometimes you really have to not dissect it so much, but actually look at it for what it is, right? So a lot of times, like, me being an average person, if I come out and I say, hey, I agree with hustle culture, people will be like, wow, you probably only said that because you have this and that, and you were born with this, and you can say that because you don't have kids, and you can say that because you're a single woman and you don't have to take care of a household, and you can say that because, and it's like, take your emotion out of it, right? See it for what it really is. The only thing that hustle culture promotes is working hard to get to where you want to be in life, right? And another thing with it is like, your emotions shouldn't be coming into it, because if you don't want to live this certain lifestyle, you don't have to, right? Everyone is not a hustler. Everyone is not a go-getter. Everyone is not an overachiever. And everyone in this lifetime will not live this marvelous, amazing celebrity-like life, right? But if you know you're capable of it and you want it, go for it. You know what I mean? And people, just stop putting your emotions into something that really doesn't need that, right? Like, if you're not a hustler, don't hustle. You know what I mean? If you don't want to work hard, don't work hard. If you feel as though you working hard is not going to get you anywhere, stop. You know what I mean? But just don't put your emotion into something that isn't an emotional statement. It's not an emotional thing. It's not an emotional concept. You know what I mean? It's literally for the people who get it, and the people who don't, just move on, you know? All right, number 3. What is your personality type? Okay, so this is a huge factor in hustle culture and understanding it, interpreting it, and seeing if it actually is meant for you. Okay, so for me, I have an A-type personality. I am very much so a black and white, point A to point B. This is what it is. We don't need to sit here and sulk over it. We don't need to cry about it. Let's get to it, okay? Like, I'm a hard worker. I am very self-motivated. I'm very headstrong. I'm an alpha female. Like, as soon as you tell me what I need to do to get to where I need to go, boom, it's tunnel vision. And scratch that, as soon as I figure out what it is I need to do to get to where I need to be, it's tunnel vision, okay? And that type of personality, especially for a woman, can come off as very intimidating, almost rude sometimes to people. And I've experienced this a lot. And it's always in a professional environment, whether it be work or academia, okay? And I know that about myself, but I can't dim my light because of it, okay? So that is my personality. I feel like even if I wasn't raised the way I was, my personality is that type that's like, look, I'm gonna work hard. Like, I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna stay up, I'm gonna sacrifice. Like, maybe one day I'll go into like my road through life and ups and downs and stuff like that. But yeah, I've made some sacrifices, okay? I have definitely pulled back from certain things. I've gone without certain things. I have taken certain jobs to get a certain qualification or credential or whatever I needed to level up, that maybe that job wasn't ideal, maybe I didn't enjoy it, whatever it may be, okay? So me personally, it's just in my personality type. I feel like if I'm not grinding, if I'm not working hard, if I'm not overachieving or like busy, I feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, I'm not doing anything, like I'm lazy. I just have to be on go all the time. It makes me happy. It makes me thrive. It makes me like, it gives me purpose. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't have that type of personality, then that may explain why you get angry at people who say they support hustle culture, or why you just don't support hustle culture, or why you don't understand it. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong. It may just mean that it doesn't fit your personality or your work ethic or how you think and go about things, okay? So next, a soft life, opting out and not choosing the American dream, okay? When I say a soft life, I mean a lot of people nowadays, like I said, within the past 3 years is when I really started to notice it. They are wanting to live a soft life, right? So you have a lot of people, women in particular, who are saying like, hey, I don't want to work. Hey, I would rather be a stay-at-home mom. Hey, I would love for my husband to be a provider, to where as though maybe I'll start a little business, but for the most part, I'll just relax. I'll get taken on vacation. I'll just stay home and create crafts or whatever it may be. Then you have people that are even like, hey, forget the spouse and the relationship. I just want a soft life. I want to be able to do something from home where I can still make this and that amount of money per year, and I can still travel. I'll have this free time. I can like go pamper myself, whatever it may be, right? Then the next one is opting out, okay? So a lot of people are like, look, 9 to 5s are played out. I'm not coming into that office 5 days a week. I'm not sitting in traffic for 2 hours commuting. I'm not about to spend this and that amount of money like on work materials or gas or whatever it may be. Like, That's just old school. That's out the window. We're not doing 2 jobs anymore. We're not working, bending our back, breaking our back, like stressing out, having mental health issues just for some money, okay? Then last but not least, the American dream. So if you guys literally type that into YouTube, opting out of the American dream, not wanting the American dream, you will find millions of people who pop up talking about how they quit their jobs as great occupations, okay? Corporate lawyer, nurse practitioner, physicians, dentists, like all these amazing, occupations that they clearly went to school for, clearly had to pay a lot of money for, but they're like, hey, like the American dream is not what they want anymore. It's not what they're pursuing. It doesn't make them happy. And they have reached this pinnacle where they're like, look, other things are more important, okay? Now, my thoughts on that, once again, I don't agree, okay? Now, I feel like it gives me purpose in this lifetime to achieve, okay? So I'm always chasing something. And I feel like if I done took my time, my effort, and my money to get a certain degree and be in a certain profession, that's where I want to be, and that's where I'm trying to stay. Now, granted, things happen, you change your mind. Maybe I won't feel this way 10 years from now. But for now, I truly feel like the American dream and that 9 to 5 is not the worst life. I think if you are very particular and you make wise decisions about what you want to study, what you want to do, what is passionate, what is your passion, okay? And you can still make money off of it, and you can even get creative and create your own lane in it and make more money off of it. I feel like it's not the worst life to live, okay? You got your benefits there, you got your pension there, you got friends and networking there, you have your occupation that you worked hard, studied for, and got that degree for. It's like, it's not that bad in my eyes. Part of the reason why I think this whole like quitting jobs and like this great resignation and opting out of the 9 to 5 typical lifestyle, I almost want to say it's a trend, okay? I almost want to say that people are hopping on it because now all of a sudden, like, all of these kind of odd things are trending. But I don't know if people really have given thought to, like, okay, you went to school for however many years to become an anesthesiologist. You are quite a few $1,000s into debt paying off those student loans. You quit your job and you're like, hey, I'm gonna paint pictures from home. Yeah, you can make a lot of money off of that. You can become a millionaire off of that. But have you thought about long term? Have you really thought about, hey, I have 2 kids and a wife. How are we going to get dental insurance? How are we going to get health care? Where am I going to be at 30 years from now painting pictures? Like, how am I going to pay off this student loan debt? Are we still going to be able to travel for a family vacation every year? Is this really going to satisfy me? Does this decision make sense? You know what I mean? And I just feel like back to the olden days or whatever, where people would, have that 9 to 5, they've locked into their position and they're just doing it until they retire. I feel like, yeah, that might have been a sacrifice then too, right? It might have been difficult then too, but you knew what you had to do. You knew you had to survive. You knew that you had bills and things like that. And I'm not trying to limit anyone to like the olden days, because obviously, people are more creative now. We have more opportunities, more things at our disposal where you can literally sell pictures from your house and maybe make $1 million, right? But I just think like people need to be sure that they're not following a trend and just wanting to be lazy, and that this is actually something that they want. Because either way, you're going to have to work hard, right? Like, even if you quit this position making all this money, you still have to find a way to live. You still have to find a way to eat, to pay your bills, to have shelter, right? So in my mind, it almost makes me wonder, like, does this really make you happier and more content, or does it provide more stress? I don't know. It's not something that I've done, nor is it something that I want to do. But I can just imagine like being out of a job, switching lanes from something that you've studied and been in, engulfed in, submerged in for the past however many years, and then kind of having to like find your way because you want a more soft life. You know what I mean? And I'm not against it, guys. Like, don't take this and think that I'm like, no. If you can find an easier life, you shouldn't take it. Or if you can find something that's less stressful, you shouldn't take it. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, be realistic. Like, do you really want this? Or are you just doing this because you feel like everyone else is quitting their job and wanting to just live on a yacht in Hawaii and just be chilling? You know what I mean? Like, what is really going to fill you up? What is your purpose? What are you passionate about? You know? And I don't know. I just think that we should give that more thought before we're like, oh, I want an easy life, an easy life. Like, what does that really mean as an adult? I don't think any adult really has an easy life. Even super privileged people work really hard. If you think Elon Musk doesn't work hard, you're crazy. If you think Donald Trump didn't put in some work in his day, you're crazy. If you think even rappers, Lil Baby, top of the charts, young dude, getting it. But if you think he's not locked in that studio, making those songs to keep up and to be ahead, you're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's all gonna take work. So it's just a matter of how you want to go about it. But I feel like too many people are getting lost in, oh, you don't have to do anything and you'll still succeed in this lifetime. And that's just total delusion. Okay, next, keeping you busy, motivated, and your mind alert. Okay, I feel like being a hustler, partaking in this hustle culture, it keeps your mind alert and it keeps you busy and motivated. Okay, so for me, if I'm not doing a few things at once, I feel like I'm not doing anything, or I'm not doing enough, right? I feel like my mind is idle. I feel like, what the heck am I doing, right? If I have too much time on my hands to just lay back, think, and chill, I just feel unproductive. So I feel like being a hustler, where maybe 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, you're working, right? And then maybe like after work, you work on your business for an hour each day, right? Then on the weekends, you go volunteer on Saturdays. Then on Sundays, that's dedicated date night for you and your dude, right? And then let's say maybe 3 days a week, you do content. Like, packing your schedule and having something to do most of the times, I feel like that really gives you purpose. Like, I feel like it keeps your mind alert, it keeps you thinking, it keeps you on top of things, it keeps you motivated, it keeps your head in the game, right? Like, okay, I'm here, I just met this person, I can network with this person, or hey, I just did this content and I saw this and this inspired me, now I want to do this, or hey, I've been working on my business and I just got this new opportunity and this and that, da, da, da. Like, I feel like if you're not doing something most of the time, you just get lazy. And for some people, it's hard to come back from that laziness, you know? Now, I've definitely had periods where I may have just accomplished some huge goal where I was like insanely busy to the point that I needed a break. And I'd be like, okay, let me take 3 months off. Let me get my mind right. Let me get back into the flow of things and just relax, right? Because sometimes we just need that. We just need some time off and we need to relax. But then once those 3 months pass, I'm ready. I'm not trying to sit at home all day just twiddling my thumbs. I'm not trying to like be bored. I'm not trying to be bugging my friends and stuff because I don't have anything to do with my time. Like, I want to make sure that I'm productive, that I have my head in the game, that I'm always thinking, that I'm always alert. So I feel like taking part in hustle culture, it just keeps you one step ahead because your mind is sharp. You're always in the game. You know what I mean? And I think that can be really beneficial. Okay, next, you'll surprise yourself, okay? When you are taking part in hustle culture, I feel like you it's inevitable for you to not stumble across something that you're really good at, right? Or something that you've always wanted to do, or some opportunity, or some person that can really like plant some seeds in you. I feel like you will surprise yourself, because you will start to realize your capabilities. You'll start to realize how intelligent you are. You'll start to realize, like I said, what you're passionate about or what your purpose is on this earth. And you'll just start to realize how much you can accomplish, all the money that's out there in the world, all the opportunity, and you'll just fall into something great. I feel like if you're kind of like off the radar, you're not worried about grinding, you're trying to just relax and like go to the spa every day and sit at home and not think too much, you aren't putting yourself in a position to surprise yourself. You are mediocre, you are stagnant, you aren't thinking about the next thing, you aren't aware of your capabilities, you just aren't in the game, right? So you can't surprise yourself. But if you're out there and you're participating and you're seen and you are vocal and whatever else, like, you will surprise yourself. You will find that business, you'll start that business, you'll have those customers, you'll become famous, your IG will grow, your YouTube channel will grow, your money will grow, you will travel to places you didn't expect to, you'll make connections that you didn't expect to. Like, all of this comes with having your head in the game, okay? So I definitely think you will surprise yourself being involved in the hustle culture, okay? And last but not least, don't silence us, okay? Don't silence us hustlers, all right? Some people just want no parts of it, and that's fine, right? I'm literally not here to convince you to do something that you don't want to do, right? But don't try and cancel us. Don't try and silence us. Don't try and make it seem like we're the worst people and we're promoting an unhealthy culture and an unhealthy way of living and an unhealthy mindset and an unhealthy work environment, all because we want to work hard. We want to work hard and accomplish our goals. You know, that whole team no sleep grinding, like, that's really benefited me. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry that late nights, early mornings have really helped me to create the life that I want to live, all right? And so just don't silence us. You know, if you don't want to partake, if you don't think it's healthy, if you don't think it's ideal, if you feel like it's dated, that's fine. You literally have the right to do so. And don't get me wrong, like, I definitely think that the whole millennial movement with prioritizing self-care and just wanting to be more gentle with yourself, making sure you take time to be feminine and pretty and spend time with your man and spend time with your girls and vice versa for men, that's definitely important. I mean, after all, I do have a whole segment dedicated to healing. However, I also believe that for my viewers in America, money makes the world go round, okay? Like, we know that. And honestly, the world, it makes the world go around. Forget America. And so we need to have money. We need to hustle. We need to grind. We need to be able to provide for ourselves, sustain and maintain this lifestyle, okay? So that's the end of this video, you guys. Please comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or do you disagree? Are you a part of the hustle culture movement? Are you against it? And tell me why, you guys. My opinion is not a fact. So please let me know what you guys think down below. All right, and I'll see you next time.